Good morning, Brooklyn Al in the woods in Annabelle, and I'll be going to the road that goes from the north to the south side, and I'll be going a little further south because the other day, a couple of days ago, I went in and I got some nice stuff. I saw a big X, a nice size X. Other nice structures and a footprint, possible footprint, which would look pretty, it looked good. It really did. I cleared it and it was a friggin' big footprint, 16, 17 inches long. I didn't measure it or anything, but you could see it on the video how big it is. And that's it. I got, yesterday was my birthday. I got a haircut for my birthday. And at my hangout at the VI, I heard my girl, Desiree. I love Desiree. She's such a sweetheart. Bro was bringing me a birthday cake at 2 o'clock, but I couldn't stay because my lady friend Angela, I call my wife, she's not feeling well, and she just won't go to the doctor. She won't listen to me. And my friend Todd, well, he left me a bag of beef jerky. Bigfoot beef jerky. Like the one you see on the commercial with Bigfoot. They give Bigfoot the beef jerky or something like that. They're good people. Those people I hang out with up here, they are really nice. And that's all I have to say for now. I'll see you in the woods. Alright, I just noticed this. See where my camera is in the center? You see that X there? There's an X right in the center of my camera. And this is going down on the south side. And I never saw this before. You can see that X. There's some leaves in the foreground, but that is an X. A perfect X. Alright? Alright. I'll go into the woods in a few minutes and show you more stuff, hopefully. Bye. Alright, I just turned the camera on, but I've been walking up for quite a ways, looking in the muddier parts of the road here to see if I find any tracks, but I haven't seen anything yet. This is pretty hard, this stuff. It's all gravel. I'm surprised I caught that one back on the what do you call it, the east to west side of the road. Well, I think I'm gonna go in here if I can. I'll go in here. There's the stone wall ends here. I was way down further, at least 100 yards down further. And there's the stone wall, and there's no stone wall right here in front of me. So I gotta find a way to get in, so I'll get back to you. Okay? Okay, this is that runoff, because this is going uphill all the way up, going south. And oh no, I see the stone wall over there. It's like there's a break over here for some reason. this big monster of a tree grew in between the stone wall and knocked it down. That's what happened. That's why there's an opening. Alright, I'm going in here over the stone wall here. Okay, I'll see you when I'm inside. Wow, I gotta show this. Look at this monster tree. The hole inside it. You know, you can't imagine how big this tree is with this hole inside of it. And this must have been a piece that fell off of it years ago. God, it's huge, this tree. I'm surprised it didn't fall over yet. That hole inside of it, you can fit a Bigfoot in there with no problem. No problem at all. Okay, later. This is some crazy looking stuff. Look at this. That tree that's bent, it's inside that what you would call a young tree, and it's the fork, and it's bent around it, not in, you know, in between it, around it. The piece of one fork is touching the other part. There's a leaner here, and they're all pointing south. The leaners, that is. It's crazy. Stuff everywhere. I see something right in front of me that I gotta check out. Where are you? I can't see it on the camera. Let me walk to it. There's oh, here it is. Now I see it. It's a big branch, I guess, or something of a tree. I'm gonna pull it out, see if I can pull it out. Look at that, it's pretty loose. And it comes right up, see? Comes right up. I gotta push it back so Bigfoot, you know, they don't like when you mess with their stuff. I see something way down there I gotta go check out. I'll get back to you. This is what I was saying I gotta go check out. And it's branches that are tucked in between the fork or the crook of the tree. But they didn't fall from up there. I checked it way up there. I don't see any place where it could have fell from. No breaks up there. And I'm surrounded by leaners and stuff all around me. Let me go towards this. This big tree here is definitely probably a windblown, but I don't, where the hell did it come out of? Did it come out of here? I don't see a root ball or anything where it might have come out of. And that's a pretty big sized tree growing next. Oh wow, look at that little newt. Hey newt. Newt Gingrich. That's Newt Gingrich. And look at this. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I mean on the camera. But there's deep depressions walking this way where I'm walking now. Deep, but you can't make anything out because it's so wet, this ground. Here's a leaner going into the crook of the tree. Big sized trunk. It didn't grow here, that's for sure. See? Didn't grow there. There's a lot of stuff here. Let me go around. Let's see what this is. This thing right here. It's another one of them. Look at it. Look at it. It comes right up. Right up. Out of the ground. It's not stuck in the ground. Oh, too bad. I'm sorry, Bigfoot. I ain't picking you up. You see? That's two I found like that. And then the other day I found 3 in a row. 3 in a row. One behind the other. They gotta mean something. Alright, this is what I was looking at here. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. If you can see it all the way up there. It goes against this first tree. Then it turns into the third tree there. You know, it's like bent. It turns in. And it grows all the way down here with all these leaners up against it. And there's a fork leaner right there. A fork. You see? Can you make that out? Because it's really light on the camera. That's a fork. And the upside down fork leaning against this big leaner with other branches. Okay, I'll get back to you. There's a mushroom down here. See that mushroom? Looks like somebody chewed on it. A little mouse or something. And if it's one of them mushrooms you get high off of, hallucinogens, whatever they call it. He's probably tripping out now. Why I showed that, I don't know. These trees, they're really big. I mean, you can't imagine how big these trees are. You know, looking at this video. I'm pretty far away. I'm like 50 feet away from that tree. 40 feet away from this tree. You could see them monster trees, you know, they're really big. And this was the guy's property right over there. About 100 feet to my right. This was all his property. Have you been watching Mr. Dodson lately? Robert Dodson? I don't know what's with that guy. He just gets off his four-wheeler and stays in the same spot for like almost 20 minutes or more and just shows the same stuff over and over. Saying he hears this, he hears that, you know, I don't know what's going on with him. But I move around, and he stays in the road. I'm not in the road. There are no trails, no roads here, except for where the cars drive. But once you go in the forest, that's it. You got no roads or trails to follow. You gotta depend on your compass or your GPS, which I don't use. Alright, I'll get back to you. See, over here I walked further south, but there's nothing really here. Further south, I don't see anything. I'm looking around, and I don't see anything except that soon. Where the heck is it? Way over there. You see that? That's a possible leaner pointing south up the ridge. But in this area right here, nothing. Further north, there's a bunch of stuff, you know? Okay, before the camera shuts off, I'll shut you off. I gotta get closer to the road because my compass is giving me crazy readings. I know north is that way, but it's telling me north is this way when I know that's south. Oh boy. What's this? This an X? Could be an X. See that? This is another little runoff. You see that big piece of bluestone? It's big. It's like 2 feet by 1.5 feet. That's a big piece of bluestone right there. And then you got all that other bluestone. See, there's so much of it. When the water runs down, takes the soil off the top, and that's what's under it. All this bluestone. There's so much of it. Those poor farmers back in the day when they had to clear this stuff. Oh God, I feel sorry for them, or for, you know, they were some hard-working people. I'm telling you, they worked their butts off. Nowadays, we would never do something like that. Put the stones in piles. What's this? Holy moly! There's a big tree going in. That's a fork over there. If I go move it, it'll go into the sun's right behind that. But believe me, it's going in between a fork, a real tight fork. How did it get in there? I don't know. Crazy, man. You see, this is the stone wall that runs south. I'm pointing to north. Now watch, I know this is north, pointing this way. I'm going to check my compass and see what it says. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm telling you, I get all different readings in this area. See what it says? Well, it says it's about, let me see, hold on, let me adjust this. 60 degrees east. Alright, so that could be north. It could be this way. See, look at it. Look where instead of 60 degrees, I'm turning it behind me, and it's still saying north when it should be south. You see? I got a problem here with this compass, or with the what's under this soil. I don't know if it's iron. If it was iron deposits, I'm sure they would have friggin' came here and cleared this area of the iron. Alright, I'm gonna walk down a little bit more. This tree is relatively new, a new break from probably up there. No, it's different leaves. What kind of tree did this come from? I never seen these kind of leaves. Okay, my battery is exhausted, so I gotta go back to the car. Later.